First is biomass briquetting blocks or bricks, and next biomass gasification. So I will explain biogas first. Biogas is a type of gas which is generated from waste plant materials, garbage, farm waste, crop residues, etc. It is produced with the help of biogas digester. Its main components are methane and कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. तो बायोगैस में स्टूडेंट्स जो मेन कंपोनेंट होता है वो मिथेन और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का होता है. इट कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूट फॉर एलपीजी. दो बायोगैस एंड गोबर गैस बोथ आर प्रिपेयर्ड बाय द सेम प्रोसेस, still they have some differences. Biogas is prepared from plants and vegetable waste. Gobar gas is prepared only from dung of animals like cow, buffalo, etc. The methane content of biogas is high, 80%, thus produces more thermal energy. The methane content of gobar gas is only 55%. Gobar gas plants have been set up or are being सेटअप इन रूरल एरिया. तो बच्चों जो गांव होते हैं यानी ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में गोबर गैस का प्लांट लगाया जाता है, वहाँ पे इसकी सहायता से काम किया जाता है. इसको फ्यूल वुड के रूप में एज ए गैस फॉर्म यूज करते हैं वहाँ के लोग. टू मीट देयर एनर्जी एज वेल एज मैन्यूर नीड्स टू मेक विलेज सेल्फ सफिशिएंट इन देयर पावर रिक्वायरमेंट्स टू प्रोवाइड चीप पावर टू विलेजेस. नेक्स्ट इज जियोथर्मल एनर्जी. In India, about 113 steam and hot spring systems are considered fit for utilization. If they are fully developed, they can generate nearly 10,000 megawatt of electrical energy. Some of the well-known places associated with hot springs are the Puja Valley, Ladakh, Tapovan, Chota Nagpur region. A 7 megawatt power plant has set up in Puga Valley. Its energy is supplied to local inhabitants and army establishments. The energy from the springs at Manikaran is being utilized for food preservation and refrigeration of perishable items. Next is tidal energy in India. Tidal power is generated from the energy produced by high tides entering narrow inlets of power. The Gulf of Khambat and Kutch are ideally suited for the development of tidal energy in India. Sundarban Delta has also tidal energy potential. It is estimated that the three basins have a tidal power potential of 8,000 9,000 megawatt in 1988. 600 megawatt tidal power project in the Gulf of Khambat Gulf of Kutch was set up. तो स्टूडेंट ये टाइडल एनर्जी में से ज्वारीय ऊर्जा इसको बोलते हैं, जो कि जो समुद्र में ज्वार भाटा उठता है उससे जनरेट की जाती है. कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मिनरल एंड पावर रिसोर्सेज. Minerals have played a vital role in the progress of man from the primitive stage to the modern industrial age. The present sources of thermal and nuclear energy, coal, petroleum and natural gas and uranium, thorium, etc. also belong to the mineral group. It is therefore very essential to conserve them. We all know that minerals are inexhaustible or non-replaceable. It takes nature millions of years to make a fresh store of coal or deposits of iron ore. The scarcity is already being felt in the case of some power resources like coal and petroleum. The position of metals is no better. Industries are largely dependent on minerals for their new materials, machines and tools and power requirement. They are being exploited at a fast rate due to improvement in mining technologies and demand in industry. Minerals are also not eventually disturbed. Their availability is limited to certain regions of India as well as the world. The problem is really serious for the countries which are not bestowed with mineral wealth by nature. Unplanned exploitation of mineral resources has also created problems in certain regions. So students, जो हमारे ये नॉन कन्वेंशनल सोर्स हैं, इनको और कन्वेंशनल सोर्स दोनों का यदि हम बुद्धिमत्ता पूर्वक प्रयोग करें और अपनी इस तरह के मिनरल्स को वेस्ट ना करें तो आगे वाली जनरेशन्स में भी हमें ये चीज़ें प्रचुर मात्रा में मिलती रहेगी और इनका बेनिफिट हम लोग लेते रहेंगे। तो इसलिए हमारे जितने भी मिनरल रिसोर्सेज हैं इन्हें हमें अपने आगे वाली जनरेशन्स के लिए कंजर्व करके रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है। So student, read this chapter carefully and search all exercise answer yourself. Okay, thank you.